Hey guys, what's up? My name's Alex Fox, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you around
There must be some way to get up
essential
there.
habits
Great
that
work.
beginners don't do.
We're so
And
close.
also just the very basics of creating. Also, thank you so much for just clicking on my videos.
Look at that seedling.
I dream to be a proper YouTuber
The
one day.
Dreamiverse loves to help
Even
things
50 views
grow.
would do me the world. So anyways, here is the introduction scene. So this is what you'll first
That's it.
be experiencing
Amazing
when you
what a little nurturing can
first
do.
boot up the game.
Almost there.
And then after this, it will take you into the MM Dream Queen's home space. And then after you just go through a magic door, I don't remember how it works. You'll be taken to a menu screen, which I'll show you in a minute. So the ending is like this.
We're here at last. Dreams, your vast, vibrant, sublime universe of possibilities. Let's
start dreaming. So right now I'm playing a dream called Welcome to the Dreamiverse. So it's basically where you can revisit the introductory scene all over again. So it's here. But once you find your way around the home space, you'll be taken to this main menu screen where I intro most of my videos. So you'll see we have 5 buttons here: highlights, community jam, Zandy Bob, which is your profile, dream surfing, and dream shaping. In the corner we also have notifications and my preferences. We'll start by going to my preferences because your control scheme is very important. You don't really want it up to 12. Even I find that's a little too sensitive. So I think we should just dial it down, or I dial it down to 7. Don't go lower than 5 because that will make it really slow. So best one is just 7. You can also access this preference at any time by clicking the options button in another menu, another menu aside from the main menu. So highlights are useless now because the game's been discontinued. The community jam was like a contest for the best creation of a topic. This is your profile over here. This is dream surfing and this is dream shaping. I wouldn't really like to click dream surfing at all because you can only play dreams there, but whereas you use dream shaping, it's originally designed for creating, but you can also search up pretty much anything in dream shaping. In dream surfing you can only access dreams. Before that, I'm gonna head to my profile, and this thing in the center is your level and aura. Right now mine is play. And now, even though audio is all the way at the top, there's more the bar is more outside of the teeny little play box than the green bar is outside of the audio box. And also the current passion will change as well. So I'm doing slightly less audio than I would of my lifetime, slightly more creation than I would in curation in my lifetime. On dreams, lots more play, more than my lifetime, and less design, art, and animation than I would. But that's just an average. That's an aura. Let's click on dream shaping then. So here is the menu. So here you go. We have essential kits, trend set, trend template, gameplay templates, and help and how to. These are just like the highlights of dream shaping, but they haven't changed much because the game's discontinued. Here you have your main creations. Here you have your collaborations, dreams in my play later queue, creations by people you follow, get inspired, so stuff like that, creations are thumbed up, recently viewed, browsing by category, that's important, and top dreamers. Here we have like all 6 categories, and then they just search by the top dreamers of whose lifetime activity is animation, audio, art, or design, or curators or players. And then over here we have some templates. Here at the bottom we have the Dreams Workshop. This used to be at the very top, but now it's just around here. So there's a heck ton of tutorials for you to follow, but for basics, do start dreaming parts 1 to 4, because these are all these teach you the basics of create mode. But you're probably wondering, why am I teaching you the basics of create mode? Well, that is because there are some little tricks that Media Molecule didn't intend for. So yeah, we scroll up, we can find these categories here. So game, audiovisual, and showcase, these only apply to dreams and scenes. So showcase is like a gallery and a demo, and audiovisual is like a piece of art or a music video, and a game is a game, of course. And then here, the rest are all for categories of elements. So we have characters, vehicles, sculptures, animations, contraptions, effects, music, instruments, and sound effects. You won't be using all of those, but they're to just give you an idea of what elements can make up a scene. So if we head up here, we're going to hit start creating. Now, before we just head straight into the editor, we can head down here and get some templates. I won't do that. So if we just want to start fresh, we can click on new element or scene, new dream, or a new collection. I would, to actually use the editor, we need new element or scene. But let me give you a rundown of what these are. So an element is a part of a scene. So you can create one from scratch, or you can make, you can grab others. And then scenes connected together to form dreams. So these are the rectangles. And these dreams can be found with games, showcases, or audio visuals. And then over here we have collections, which are just collections of these. So without further ado, let's hop in to new element or scene. Well, here we are. So first of all, I'm going to show you guides. So we have some basic guides and some kind of hard guides, or advanced guides. We have Obey Auto guides, which are useful for stuff made by Media Molecule. So if you, in case you don't know, there's a gadget called an auto guide that you can put inside of elements, and then by tweaking that auto guide, they can that can make you move it and clone it and scale it to their style. So if you tick Obey Auto guides, it will, well, obey those auto guides. Grid snap is probably the most essential and common one, which is the one next to it. So that makes everything move in straight lines like that. And then these next two are a bit advanced. Stay upright will just, well, make the objects stay at a right angle, or just upright, or one like to set angle. And precise move replaces grid snap. It's just a bit more of a free version. Like, it will make everything line up, but the way you do it will be a freehand. Studio lighting I've already shown in a previous video. This basically just makes everything white in case you're working on a scene with like a dark and foggy mood, so when you can't see. We'll turn that off for now. And the floor. This is basically the floor here. It's not a physical object, and it won't show in play mode. It's a guide just to show you. So these are 2 meters by 2 meters, so 4 meters in area, and that's just a guide to make everything line up if you're making a static scene. I always have these on. And then here we have snap points. This is useful for Tren. but we're not working with trend templates right now, so we'll leave that be. Okay. Let's head to search, which is the first option in the assembly menu. And here I've curated a little collection called basic elements. And then it contains basically 4 parts of a scene. So let's start with a puppet. So this is the blank puppet basic. So let's just place him down and maybe rotate him. Actually, we'll move him over here and then rotate him using L2. And then here, when we spawn, we will move that way. Now, before we give it a little test run in play mode, what we're going to do is we're going to scope in. The Start Dreaming tutorials did show you how to do that. Head into Puppet Logic. Now, find this green gadget here called a controller sensor. We're then going to head into the Tweak menu. Go to this page here, Important Properties, and select this option here, Force Possession. This is something that a Media Molecule don't show you, and for some reason it's just tucked away in this very obscure place. But what this basically does is as soon as you enter the scene in play mode, you'll just possess the puppet immediately. And now you're controlling the puppet, so you can move around, run about, and even fall off the edge if you like it. You'll always respawn back at your original point, and you can use checkpoints to make the character respawn back at that point. Puppet's a very special type of character. Like a character normally would be a character, but in this case the character is a puppet which you can control. So let's add some sculptures here. So I've got a pink block that I made here. So we can put that down. And then let's build a little mini staircase. I think that should be far enough for the blank puppet to jump. Maybe not. Let's do it a little lower. Actually, maybe, yeah. A lot of making stuff comes to play testing. So we can jump up on here. Can we jump up on here? Yes, we can. It would be a little hard though, so if we were making an easier level, we would just move it a bit lower maybe. So that's just how we place stuff down. So if we grab another one, it's attached to our imp and we can stamp it down with X or R2. I use X, some people use R2. Now, here, in this top left corner we have music. For music, instruments and sound effects, by hovering over it, it will give you a preview for about, 4 seconds. So if we select that, we can stamp it down. It depends on what the creator is, what the creator intended for the music. So it can either be as a timeline gadget or as a microchip. So this leads me on to how we can start the music in edit mode. So without playing, we can start the music by starting time. If we head to the assembly menu, we can click this button here, start time. And then the song will play as normal. We can also click R3 to stop the music. And then L3 to rewind it, which is that button there. Bear in mind, all these buttons have dots, so if you hover over them for a few seconds, it'll give you like a little description of them. Yep. So that is how music works. Now we're gonna do an effect here, or an animation. So this is the hit force field effect. Now by default, if we just start time with R3, it will fire off immediately. But I can make a way to trigger it using logic. So this is something that the Start Dreaming tutorials also don't show you. So pay attention. If we head to gadgets here, we have 7 categories of gadgets. Sensors and input, logic and processing, moves and output. So these 3 are for contraptions or logic circuits. And then these other 4 for like utility tools as well. So like gameplay gear, cameras and lighting, connectors, and sound gadgets. The basic form of sense of an input is a trigger zone. And on its own, without going into the tweak menu, a trigger zone will just look for something and then detect when that object is in, and then fire off whatever is connected to its detected port. So here is how to wire. Hover over the port on the right side, so the right side are outputs and the left side are inputs. Then we press X to create a wire, and that wire will then become attached to our imp. We can still use the grab cam while on the wire. Now, if we head over here, we can open the tweak menu. So inputs are on the left, and outputs are these little white things on the right. But on the bottom, we have a special port called a power port. This will just turn everything on and off. And then, as you'll see, if we select the trigger zone, then now a zone appears around it. And that's the zone we have to be in order to activate it. So let's just scale this up. You can change its shape as well in the tweak menu. So it can go to, we can do a sphere, a cube, a cylinder, cone, an ellipsoid, which is like an extended sphere. Or we can make it activate all the time by doing a scene. Also, wires disappear after a few seconds, but hovering over the gadget will make them appear. So let's run this in play mode in the options menu. And now, watch the force field effect. There you go. So we can move that trigger zone to basically anywhere we like. Now we rewind time. And now I'm going to teach you about saving. So the only button right now is quick save, so let's just quickly do that. This is a scene, and this is more like a showcase because I'm showing you what to do. Can't be bothered to call it anything, so I'll just call it my creation. Now that will save, and it will bring you back to this menu here. Now before moving on, one generally saving, so only quick save for the first time you save. You should always select save version, and then here you can select 3 options. To save it normally is the bottom one, to save it as private, and to save it online is the top one. So I just want to save it normally to my PS4 system, like this. And there we go. It's now called My Creation, and we can exit it while everything is safe. So, from the cover page, we can also play it as well. There isn't much to do in this scene. So, if we just run around a bit, we can also edit whilst we're in. So if we just delete this, everything will be silent. Oh well. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment. Yeah. See you in the next video. Goodbye!